15 years ago, I was traveling the world as a professional paintball player, obsessed with competition, culture, and building something bigger than myself. Today, that same mindset has turned into building multi-million-dollar brands in Newport Beach with some of the biggest global icons and champions of sport through Santo Studio and Jackson. This is my journey, building brands, culture, and the life I dreamed about as a kid. No, I mean, I got a lot of questions in the last video and they're like, yo, what's up with all the different trees and the green? I'm Italian and I'm Sicilian. Obviously, I wanted to have the vibe of a Sicilian backcountry and the town and the campagna, like being up in the mountains. So we came in with the olive trees and the lemon trees, but then I always thought that bamboo trees were super sick, the balance, the cleanliness of them. Big difference between being simple and clean and aesthetic versus being just basic. And I also think the words sometimes get interchanged when they shouldn't be. So obviously our design studio's in here and our private training facility. When we're basically coming up with new designs and new concepts for the brand, I think a lot of the things that make us different is this athlete-led design process and the champions of sport, the global icons that I constantly talk about. Having them here, boots on the ground, letting them be a part of the process. I call it our farm-to-table design process because it's cool the way it really comes about. This was like the grotto that we built. We have the cafe. The team comes, like when Nordstrom comes into town, and we go over buys and we go over the processes, the designs, and they really can kind of fine-tune what they want to see in store. We do all that in here as well. We got a legendary coach, training the champ, Mackenzie Dern.
That's why that exaggeration feels like it's so slow, but it's actually positioning. Yeah.
Like it depends if we both do
it. You sit on the outside.
He actually a killer too, one of the most legendary MMA coaches of all time. World championships with Tito Ortiz, BJ Penn, Michael Bisping. So I think the four most important parts when you're building a brand is understanding number one, product. Number two, the storytelling aspect of your brand, the copy, the language, who you are. Number three is the experience. And number four is the consistency of innovation, the consistency of product, the consistency of storytelling, the consistency of adapting and constantly being able to move forward. But at the same time, you want to keep core to what your brand is, and you don't want to go too far off the beaten track, and you want to make sure that the consumer and the community can grow with you, can mature with you as you grow, as you mature. When I break down the brand, I'm breaking down product first and foremost. You know, I really do believe that that's one of the most important pieces. I feel product carries the brand, and you cannot confuse that. You cannot have brand carry the product. The second part, people talk about storytelling, they talk about the concept of who the brand is. Yes, it's very important, but you really gotta nail it before you go heavy into it, because if you're constantly changing that, people see right through it. And then the experience, the community. I mean, like, we have one of the greatest UFC world champions in the world, Mackenzie Dern, right now training with head coach Perillo. And then right here, we have like some of our new pieces. Our best-selling short for Ben, this is like the most advanced performance wear. It's our Tempo Tech short. It's one of our best-selling items in Nordstrom. Our tech short, perfect silhouette, and it has our soft tech fabric. I feel like it's the perfect everyday wear short, but you could see Armin Sarukian training in it. You could see guys like Jet Lawrence and Hunter Lawrence walking into races in it. Ryan Sheckler skating in it. I don't think you can go wrong with the tech short. Next, we have our new ultra short. This is a lot more structured. I feel like it's perfect for guys that are running, guys that are training heavy, and they want more structure on them. At the same time, you know, having that ability to have the sweat adaptation and being able to come in and give people a short that they could train in. You know, they can go out, they can get dirty in, and it just has a lot more structure. It also has pockets with the zipper, and then it has, you know, a perfect elastic waistband with the strap, with the ties, and I think the pull ties are great too. And then our base tee, they're gonna be coming in white and black. We wanted to create something that had a really good structured collar, really took inspiration from like a vintage silhouette and feel, the way it drapes on you, but has that performance modal. It's a fabric we have, so this modal is like very soft, very buttery, fits right, but it's got like a performance fiber to it, right? So it's perfect if you're kind of like on the go, might go hit a gym and you want to just keep the same shirt on. It's perfect if it's just a Sunday morning and you want to cruise around the town, because you're still going to get that elevated fit and feel, and it's still going to go with your fashion items that you purchase and that whole fit that you're trying to complete, but at the same time it could transition very easily into performance. So I think that's one thing that we're trying to do, and I think we've been doing it extremely well. We want to be able to translate our brand. We want you guys to be able to look at it and then easily see, okay, I could wear this when I train, I could wear this when I go out. The brand has different entry points for me, and it has a lot of different pieces that can help me complete my fit. Me personally, I want to be able to dress someone head to toe, from morning to night, from training to dinner. So we're coming out with these collections that fit those needs, and then we're just staying true to our ideas of design. I think the most important part is just to let you guys kind of see what we're doing behind the scenes before we do it, and give you a little view of what we have here at Santo. when you talk about consistency without innovation is just decay, and innovation without consistency is just noise, right? And understanding the concept of those is like, as you grow, you want to be consistent with what your brand is, who you are, why you exist, where you're from, and you want to be able to tell that story in the most cleanest, easiest ways that your community can kind of grow with you and understand. But I think if you're not innovating your fabrics, if you're not innovating your product, if you're not innovating the silhouettes and the feel, maturing the brand constantly while still leaning into your main core items that are selling well, I think any brand, you eventually lose sight of who you are, because if you don't have new product and you're not reaching new customers and you're constantly focused on the repeat customer and your retention, that's when it starts getting a little tricky. It's more of a numbers game. You lose a little bit of the creativity, you lose a little bit of the love, and at that point, that's when your brand goes from something special and a blank canvas that you get to paint to a spreadsheet that you're just trying to hit numbers and hit quotas. So you always want a healthy balance. Obviously, everybody does a brand because they want to make money and be successful and make YouTube videos. But at the end of the day, it's like you want to create something that lasts. You want to create something that tells who you are. At least for me, at least for what I'm trying to build here at Santo. Really built upon the community. It's built upon what we're investing into, which is the people. We're investing into our athletes, the people that train here, the people that want to be here, the people that design with us, the people that wear our product, the community around that, our events. And then we're letting that story tell itself. When you do that and you try not to rush too much, obviously you want to be very proactive and you want to push the pedal a little bit. You just got to make sure you don't grow the brand and expand at a risk of failing on product, failing on comfort, failing on fit, failing on delivery, customer service being bad. There's so many things that go into that part that people don't talk about on what makes brands fail. Obviously, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But I do know that one thing I can lean heavy on is to the core values of what I want to do. And I want to create something that stands the test of time, something that has legitimate authenticity. It's designed with meaning, it's designed with purpose, it has a good community around it, and we're telling that story and we're inviting people to grow with us. And I feel like that's special. That's something that I could travel the world creating more products, creating more stores, creating more relationships, and doing something that I love, which is another reason why I love Nordstrom. They have 91 Nordstroms across the country that we're in all of them, and I can go state to state, store to store, meeting new people, meeting the beautiful staff there, meeting the customers that are exploring Santo for the first time. And having a brand like Nordstrom behind us propels that growth, right? Because they're putting you in the face of customers that are already shopping at a place where they know they're buying something premium. And that is an amazing positioning to be paralleled with and to be paired with as you're growing. So as we're growing, we're running side by side with Nordstrom's incredible experience, incredible legitimacy, right? So they have this amazing experience and history of being the best. And it's like kind of like a cosign in a way. So super thankful for that. Obviously, we'll talk more about product. We'll talk more about design. You'll see more of the fabrics and the materials and the fits we have. But I just think that understanding there's a difference between your brand compounding and then just hammering campaign after campaign. And we can sit down more and talk more about that. Leave a comment, tell me what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to see. I'm gonna give 5 people a $500 shopping spree on santostudio.com. All you gotta do is subscribe and leave a comment. I'll go through here and I'm gonna pick 5 of you guys, and you guys are gonna get a $500 shopping spree to go on santostudio.com and grab all of our new pieces. I cannot wait to see what you guys think about the fit, the feel, the look, from our new spring and summer collection 2026 to our new Santo Sport collection. And now we also have a very special collection coming soon with luggage and our eyewear. Our eyewear is being led by legendary skate icon P-Rod, who brings such a unique LA style to the designs. And then our luggage division has some of the best athletes in the world who've been helping us test it all year. So when we drop that, we know it's gonna be really good quality product that you could wear to the gym, to the plane, to the jet, to the event. And I think that's an exciting moment for the brand as well. So a lot of new categories, a lot of new growth, but at the same time, we're just constantly innovating, and we're doing it properly and we're doing it consistently. That's the key.